Hello, welcome to the lecture on Basic Civil Engineering, Module 2, Introduction to Building and Town Planning. In today's topic, we will be covering prevention of slum. First, we will be discussing what is slum. We will be trying to know the basic definitions of slum. Slum is usually a highly populated urban residential area consisting most of closely packed discrete housing unit in a situation of deteriorated or incomplete infrastructure inhabited primarily by impoverished person. It is predominantly an overcrowded area which is in an advanced stage of decay where dwellings are unfit for human habitation. It is like an area where the basic amenities like water supply, drainage, for living standards are lacking, insanitary conditions prevail, and disease flourish. It is a poorly, or you can say poverty stricken area where there is a high rate of birth, infant mortality, illegitimacy, juvenile crime, delinquency, and death, thus representing a state of hell on the surface of earth. You can see in a one word, hell on the surface of earth. Basic definition shows crowd, poverty, lack of water supply, drainage in this figure. Cause of poverty. Some of the cause of poverty are, first one is poverty, mitigation, unemployment, increase in population, absence of housing facilities, high rate in rent in cities, lack of good transportation system, unplanned growth of cities. These are the some causes of slum. Now we'll be looking after the prevention of slum, how we can prevent, or we can say reduce the slum areas. Formation of slum is a very slow process. You all know that. But its growth should be prevented. Or you can say any new slum in the town should not be developed. It should be prevented. How we can do that? Some of the important measures which can be taken to effectively prevent slum formation are: first one, cheap housing. Sufficient number of cheap housing should be made available to the poor peoples. Under the government schemes, some of the housing facilities are provided for the poor people. It should be developed every year wherever areas are available. Compulsion to employees. Employer of good number of laborers may be compelled or forced to provide housing accommodation for their staff. Employers are strictly warned, or you can say given strict notice that the staff should have their own housing facilities, or it should be given by a employee itself. Construction of building. Certain rules and regulations must be framed or may be framed and strictly enforced to restrict the coming up of building of subnormal standards. Building should be constructed according to the IS codes or you can say Indian standard codes. Strictly it should be followed. Maintenance and repair. Responsibility of maintenance and carrying out repair should be fixed and defined in Housing Codes Act. It then becomes the duty of landlord or tenant to keep existing building in a good condition. At a regular interval of time, repair and maintenance should be done. Rent restriction, one of the major prevention measures. If provision is made to restrict the increase of rent, tenant will be protected. Social education. It is possible to check the growth of slum by carrying out effective social education of slum dwellers. These dwellers conscious of evil of the slum and great improvement in the living standard of slum dwellers could be achieved. If the dwellers are educated, then they may realize that instead of living in a slum, they can do the better for their living standards. Unauthorized construction. It is absolute necessary to arrest immediately an unauthorized construction. Wherever you can see temporary structures, they should be vacant. Unauthorized, or you can say authority concerned, should take drastic action in demolition and removing such unauthorized constructions. Now, I'll be talking about some of the examples of slum areas in Indian cities. First one is Dharavi in Mumbai, Nochikuppam in Chennai, Basanti in Kolkata, Rajendra Nagar in Bangalore, Indramanagar, Hyderabad, Saroj Nagar in Nagpur, Mehbulapur in Lucknow, Parivartan in Ahmedabad. These are the major Indian cities where slum areas are found. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned with us. Bye bye.